Someone in heaven is crying for you because something big is coming on July 1st. My child, if you believe in angels, don't ignore this message. Listen with your spirit, not your ears. What you've been feeling lately, the strange silence, the sudden chills, the dreams you can't explain, those aren't just your imagination. That's heaven trying to reach you. That sound in your spirit tonight isn't just a feeling. It's a warning. Something's about to happen that you can't predict, something that will change how you see everything. That date, July 1st, is marked in the spiritual world. It's not just another day anymore. The tears being cried for you in heaven aren't just sad, they're loud, urgent, and trying to get your attention. They're reaching out to you in every moment you felt uneasy. Every time you've paused for no reason, every time the room felt cold or strange when you were alone, that was heaven trying to speak to you. You felt it, but you brushed it off. That dream you had? It meant something. That quick shadow you saw? It was real. That weird smell you noticed when no one else was around? That was a sign. These weren't just coincidences. They were signs from the other side. You're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. But heaven is calling you, loudly, and July 1st is getting closer. Something will be shown to you that will shake what you thought you knew, about love, protection, betrayal, and delay. Someone who has passed and loves you deeply has already cried, not because you messed up, but because something was planned behind your back. They saw it. They've begged in heaven for help for you. Yes, even in heaven, they wept. Their tears are from love, but they're also from fear that you're ignoring the signs. Their voice broke when they said your name. And still, you scroll. Still, you wait. Still, you laugh like eternity isn't watching. But something is changing. You've seen it in people around you. Someone you trusted is acting different. People you thought would always be there are quiet now. This isn't by chance. Something is happening in the spirit world. On July 1st, a door opens. If you don't walk through it, someone else will, and take what was meant for you. Don't think this message is for someone else. It's not a cute poem. It's a wake-up call. You've trusted someone who doesn't deserve it. They've already turned against you spiritually, and heaven saw it. That's why they're crying, because you still think that person means well. You still think you're safe in that space. But your name has been pulled into a plan you never agreed to. The tears in heaven are more than sorrow. They're warnings. You're in a place that no longer protects you. You sleep in a bed where spiritual damage has happened. That pillow? It's held more than your head. People have prayed about you, not for you. Someone you loved, who passed away too soon, saw someone curse you with laughter. They saw the smile that hid a lie. They tried to reach you, in dreams, in gut feelings, in the sudden urge to cry for no reason. That wasn't emotion. That was a signal. The silence you felt in your room lately is not emptiness, it's heaven holding its breath, waiting for you to listen. Someone cried out to God for you so hard that it shook something. That's why you've been restless. That's why you get a strange feeling when some people talk. That's why you feel watched even when you're alone. You are being watched. Not just by angels. Someone who's bitter, hurt, and lost is trying to hold you back. Not with hands, but with lies, whispers, spiritual roadblocks. Their goal is to make sure you miss your moment. July 1st is spiritually circled. It's a moment of decision. You either rise or fall. Someone has already made a choice about you, and it's not in your favor. You don't know them yet, but heaven does. If you don't start praying, fasting, and paying attention, you'll feel nothing but confusion and heartbreak after July 1st. This isn't punishment, it's a warning out of love. Mercy doesn't always whisper. Sometimes it shouts. And this message is mercy yelling your name. Don't share this like it's just content. It's a serious word for your soul. Stop letting everyone in. Stop telling your business to people who envy you. Just because they like your posts doesn't mean they like your presence. Just because they pray near you doesn't mean they pray for you. Some people are acting, and someone in heaven is crying because you can't see the mask yet. Your name came up in a conversation that was never supposed to include you. They tried to dig into your past. But heaven stopped them. That's why the call didn't come. That's why the job shifted. That's why the offer vanished. Their intentions weren't clean. But heaven is still weeping, because they might try again. Don't get distracted now. July 1st is a fork in the road. One way is healing. The other is delay. The person crying for you from heaven has tried everything. Now they're silent, not because they gave up, but because they're waiting for you to move. You need to fast. You need to pray. You need to clean your space. That item someone gave you, the one you kept because it looked nice, it's not just a gift. It opened a spiritual doorway. Ever since it entered your space, your clarity changed. Go back and think. You used to hear from God. Now you second-guess everything. That object changed the atmosphere. The person who gave it to you knew. You didn't. Now the one crying for you in heaven is hoping you act before it's too late. Be brave. Take action. Don't just sit there. That emotional pain someone caused you, it didn't just hurt your heart. It triggered something spiritual. Their bitter tears opened a doorway. And now, people you barely know are dreaming about you. A stranger feels like they know your life. That's not normal. It's a spiritual attack. But you're not powerless. You were made for this. That's why the enemy tried to crush you emotionally. You carry power. When you pray, things change. When you worship, people feel it. That's why April was heavy. That's why May was confusing. Because July was always the target. And now it's almost here. Remove what doesn't belong. Pray before you speak. Stop explaining yourself to people who just want to find your weakness. Heaven has seen the tears, and now heaven is watching you. You don't need more signs. You already feel it. You've felt it for weeks. The tension, the pressure, the sense that time feels weird. This is that moment. If you wait too long, July 1st will pass with silence instead of a trumpet. But if you act, it will become your breakthrough. This is the moment someone in heaven waited for. They still believe in you. But they also know you have free will. They've spoken your name in heaven's courtroom. They've begged for mercy. But even heaven watches with hope and fear when someone chosen stops listening. Don't be that person. Let go of what you've been holding too tightly. Stop talking to someone who's blocking your peace. Speak out about that secret. Destroy that idol in your life. Because July 1st is coming. And the one in heaven won't cry forever. If you listen, if you trust what you're feeling deep down, you will be spared and lifted. This is your time. Someone tried to block it. They fasted with bad motives. They whispered against you. But they failed. Your name is written in heaven's hands. No curse can stop what God already planned. And on July 1st, you'll know that. Heaven is crying, not because you lost, but because you're about to win. But even winning takes sacrifice. You'll have to let go of people, memories, and who you used to be. You felt alone. Misunderstood. Even those closest to you missed your pain. But the one in heaven? They saw it all. They saw you breaking. They saw you trying to keep going. And they held your name before God every time. Right now, they are with you. That's why you feel cold sometimes for no reason. That's why you feel watched when you're alone. It's because they're still beside you. July 1st isn't about fear. It's about transformation. It won't look dramatic. It might feel small at first. But the shift is real. The schedule of eternity has locked in that day. It's when the tears of heaven finally pay off. Your name is being remembered. An offer, a moment, a revelation is coming. And it's all because you stayed strong. You kept walking. You kept praying. You gave when it hurt. Heaven saw it. Nothing you went through was wasted. Someone in heaven sees how close you are. They know what's next. And they're crying, not because you're broken, but because they know your breakthrough is almost here. They've loved you from the other side. They held you once, and they haven't let go. They visit your dreams. They sit in the quiet with you. And they're urging you, don't give up now. Your story isn't done. July 1st is a new chapter. And the pain you carried will finally make sense. You will see why things had to end. why people had to walk away, why you were left alone. You'll see it was all for your protection. The one in heaven is weeping with joy now, because you made it. And what's ahead will bless not just you, but everyone after you. Someone may return and test your growth. Be careful. Don't choose out of loneliness. Choose with wisdom. Let go of guilt. Let go of the need to explain yourself. The one in heaven knows your heart. They know who deserves your love and who doesn't. Trust the guidance you feel. Trust your instincts. Trust God. Let go. Be free. This is not the time to be scared. It's the time to rise. You already know this. You've felt it. Now believe it. This message is your confirmation. What's been delayed will be released. What's been hidden will come to light. And all along, heaven was crying, because you were never forgotten. You are chosen. You are deeply loved. You are irreplaceable. You are the answer to a prayer someone in heaven never stopped praying. They are watching, crying, and now rejoicing, because your moment is almost here. Don't ignore this. It's not just words. It's holy. Get ready. July 1st is your beginning. You're standing at the edge of something big. You may not see it clearly yet, but it's there, waiting, breathing, growing. The energy around you has been changing. You've felt it in your chest, in your sleep, in your thoughts that come out of nowhere. That's not random. It's not stress or imagination. It's heaven trying to reach you. And the one who has left this world but still carries you in their soul has been part of it. They've been trying to wake your spirit up gently. But now time is short. Now the whispers have become a cry. Something is coming, and it can't be delayed anymore. This is not a threat, it's a calling. You've been feeling tired for reasons you can't explain. You've lost interest in things you used to love. That's not laziness. It's spiritual exhaustion. Your soul knows change is coming. It's bracing for something big. That's why your dreams have become strange, why your heart races when you think too long, and why sometimes silence feels louder than noise. That's not coincidence. It's preparation. You've outgrown the season you're in, and now heaven is pushing you out of it. Even the air around you feels different now, and there's a reason for that. You've been protected more times than you know. There were plans set in motion against you, but they were stopped. And now, there's another attempt, a bigger one. It's not an attack on your body or your money, but on your purpose. This is a quiet fight. It doesn't look like war, but it is. And the one crying for you on the other side sees it all. They saw someone mention your name in a conversation meant to cause harm. They saw the jealousy covered up by kindness. They saw a deal made that would leave you broken. And they ran to the throne of God asking for mercy, again. Not because you failed, but because you trusted the wrong people. There's still time, but not forever. That's why you must act now. Start cutting off the things that no longer feel right. That gift someone gave you that changed the way you sleep, get rid of it. The messages you keep rereading from someone who drained your energy, delete them. The friendships you keep out of guilt instead of love, it's time to step away. This next season can't be shared with everyone. If you take the wrong people into your promise, they'll poison it before it fully grows. Some of the delays you faced weren't because you weren't ready, it's because they weren't supposed to come with you. You've been sensing this shift for a while. You felt it in the way people have started pulling away, the way conversations have felt off, the way familiar places suddenly feel strange. That's not your imagination. It's spiritual pruning. Heaven is making space for what's coming. On July 1st, that space will start to be filled. But only if you're ready. Only if you've cleared the distractions. Only if your spirit is awake enough to see what your eyes might miss. This isn't about religion, it's about awareness. If you wait too long, the opportunity might pass by with only a shadow left behind. The one who's watching from heaven knows how close you are. That's why they're crying. Not because they fear you'll fail, but because they know how easily good people can be tricked when they're tired. And you're tired. You've been fighting battles with a smile on your face and silence in your heart. But now, your strength isn't just for survival, it's for alignment. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. And the tears from heaven are proof that someone still believes in your future more than you believe in yourself. Let this be the season you stop doubting your instincts. That moment you felt sick after a certain phone call? That wasn't your body, it was your spirit reacting to something unseen. That conversation that made you want to cry but you didn't know why. That was truth trying to break through the lies. That dream you had where someone warned you or gave you something in your sleep? Pay attention. You've been given clues. Now you must take them seriously. The spiritual world has been talking. You've just been too busy, too distracted, or too hurt to hear clearly. But now clarity is coming. It may come through a sudden message, a lost item showing up, a person returning with a different energy, or even a moment of silence that finally makes sense. When it happens, you'll feel it in your bones. Don't brush it off. Sit with it. Pray over it. Ask for understanding. Because this time, heaven isn't whispering anymore, it's shouting. And the cry isn't fear. It's power. It's legacy. It's the sound of the one who loved you enough to carry your pain long after you forgot theirs. Their tears weren't wasted. They were seeds. And now those seeds are breaking ground. You are not forgotten. You are not broken. You are not too late. Everything you thought was a detour was actually direction. Every time you were rejected, something better was being built. And every silent cry you made at night was answered. You just haven't seen the answer yet. But it's coming. July 1st is not the finish line. It's the gate. And on the other side is not just blessing, but wisdom, clarity, purpose. Your story is about to make sense in a way it never has before. Even the pain will feel holy once you see why it had to happen. This is your moment to rise. The tears in heaven are a final sign. Something sacred is coming, and only you can step into it. But only if your hands aren't full of things that no longer belong to you. Let them go. Let the guilt go. Let the anger go. Let the fear go. You are already chosen. You are already enough. You are already loved. The one who's crying for you, they see your future clearly. And they know it's brighter than you've imagined. They just want you to survive long enough to see it too.